Can I introduce Maria from Uber Eats and GMB? Absolute pleasure to have you here, comrades.
Okay, I'm an Uber Eats cycle courier. I've come here to offer solidarity on behalf of the Uber Eats riders. We've coordinated our strike today with you to flex our collective muscle with yours. Today across London, Uber Eats couriers will turn off their apps at 5 PM and gather at pickets outside McDonald's. In 9 cities across the country, we are doing this. And this is no easy feat because we're an atomised workforce. To Uber, we're individually tracked dots in a massive digital app of supply and demand. We ride around, and if there's a demand for delivery, the app alerts us where to go. Up to a couple of weeks ago, the minimum guarantee per drop was £4. That meant so long as you managed to get 2 deliveries done in an hour, you took home an £8 minimum that hour. But some hours you ride around waiting for a job, and because of the amount of riders at the same time as you're guessing where to ride to get a drop. So this means we all put in wasted hours where we might get 1 drop, or we might not get any drops. So then a couple of weeks ago, Uber lowered the minimum guarantee overnight. Suddenly, instead of getting £4, it was £2.60 or £3. They changed it in the app just like that. At Uber, we're all self-employed. We organise our bike insurance, fast food insurance, our gear. We pay for the boxes and bags, we upkeep of our bikes. That's all a cost we cover before we show up to work. Now, I'm a cyclist, but the motorcyclists, they pay about 15 quid a day in running costs for every day they work. You want to wrap it up now, don't you? Okay. I don't know where to go. Okay. Well, okay, so basically, Uber provide a service for 24 hours a day, and they expect us to man it, for us to organise our own costs, but they want to manipulate rider behaviour to be always available at peak times. And they use algorithms on real people to change when and where we work. They need to realise there's a limit to what we can take. Now that we unite with fast food workers, it's become part of a big picture about the way a workforce in this country, at this time, after all the deregulation of unions and all the digital changing of our working conditions, must organise itself to survive. We're defining a lot of things by our strike. This is a historic moment. We are defining a lot of things by our strike. City by city, nationally and globally. We need to take this moment back for humanity. It's important that we all unite to make the big companies feel the pinch as hard as possible and don't take us for granted. When we come together like this, we stop being invisible, working for companies who manipulate customers and us to interface with each other via screens in order to make their profits, which disregard the fact we're people. We coordinated our strike today with you to make managers and bosses and customers face up to the fact that we're real flesh and blood doing these jobs to serve them. And there are lines we draw in the sand that we do not cross. £5 an hour, £6 an hour, £7 an hour is not acceptable. We want £10 an hour. Face it, £8 an hour in this country, in this day and age of austerity, is not acceptable. So there are rights we stick up for, and we stick up for each other. Okay, so this is the last minute, right? In the past, we put up with £4 minimum a job because we're free-spirited, independent people. But when our £4 jobs suddenly became £3 and £2.50 jobs, we were like, this is it! Storm the Bastille! We aren't standing for it! And last week was our spontaneous week of anger. We stood outside the Aldgate Hub, and when the managers refused to negotiate with us, we moved as a massive convoy and we brought the roads to a standstill. We blocked the main thoroughfare outside Uber head office, and we realised that workers see themselves as groups of individuals with real power, not dots in the machine. Flesh, bone and spirit need more than air to live on. We're people and not automatons. We are workers and not slaves. In solidarity with you, we are powerful, and we'll force a change in our working conditions.